when I think about David, there's a couple words that come to mind. One is enthusiasm. I think that when he cares about something, whether it's his business, whether it's a civic project, whether it's friendship, he's totally committed.
You know, I think David has made a huge impact on the men and women of our police department. He's a very complex individual who presents himself in such a simple manner, in such a genuine manner.
David is someone who believes in paying it forward. And he also subscribes instinctively to this phrase that is often attributed to Robert Woodruff, one of the historic CEOs of the Coca-Cola Company. There's no limit to what a person can accomplish if they don't care who gets the credit.
You know, one thing I'd say about David is not only has he always had the vision of where he wants to go and where he wants his businesses to go, but he's also always had the drive and the determination and the perseverance to get there and to make it happen.
David is, on the one hand, he's very, very passionate about those businesses or projects or charities in which he becomes involved. But he is also extremely methodical about how he approaches them.
What David does is he analyzes each new situation, whether it's a project or an opportunity or a business, whatever it may be, looks at it from every angle he possibly can, calls in the people who are the expert, throws out the negative, keeps the positive, rolls up his sleeves when he has it figured out, and simply goes to work.
David is very, very astute at studying the world around him, and the decisions he makes are not done lightly.
I think he's very civic-minded. He wants to give back, and he wants to see the city improve. He wants to see the country do well, and he believes in the American dream.
His commitment is always to take whatever it is that he starts with and make it better.
From the very start, he's always been focused on giving back to the community.
David senses himself as a service provider. And so when he looks at us, the people in uniform, we're like his brothers and sisters. And he's so passionate about serving the public that he wants to be a part of what we do and wants us to be a part of what he does.
We work in places, but we live in communities. And what David is masterful at is understanding the community and the audience that he's playing to.
He's had a lot of influence on the city in a real positive way, and the thing that stands out in my mind is his devotion to our youth.
I think he has a keen eye for helping young people develop into quality adults and members of their community that will give back. So he creates it that way, and education is the best approach.
Yeah, you know, David, since I first met him, has always been committed to education, and we've had many discussions through the years about how, in his view, education is the key to bettering yourself and to leading a better life.
Henry Ford's saying as he was producing the first Ford vehicles was, do the thing that does the greatest good for the greatest number of people. And I think in David's heart, he knows that if he builds up the community around him, that builds up everyone, including himself. And he is so pleased to see other people do well.
Integrity is important to David, and it's an important part of him and his personality too. And when he commits to doing something, he's going to push through to do it through thick and thin. And of course, he expects people to work with him to do that too.
I really believe David has a passion for anything he does, especially for this brand. And that separates. Nothing happens without passion. Nothing. Nothing good anyhow, let's just put it that way.
He's always been consistent, and that's 26 years of being consistent. So I know about his integrity, I know about what he has inside, and I know he's just a straight. It basically comes down to he's a straight shooter, and I can trust him.
If he tells you he's going to do something, he does it. If he tells you he's going to support something, he does it.
Once David says he's going to do something, then he's so passionate at it that it kind of bleeds onto you. You get excited, you get motivated. You can climb walls and jump hoops. And I think that's a sign of a good leader.
He's a very determined person. You know, when I say he believes in the American dream, and he really does, he gets the part about the hard work. He gets the part about having to get things right and to be committed to quality.
If you follow David in the ways he's done it, you'll be successful, because he's very successful and he's very hardworking.
I always say God put me here for a purpose, and I feel like David's on the same mission to help the community and to help people like me.
It's really incredible sometimes to watch other leaders in this community, whether they're business community leaders or whether they're political leaders, how they react to David and how they respect and defer to David when he's not even expecting that level of deference. But I think it all goes back to just the level of respect that he has earned out of being a high impact person.